In this lecture, we will see how we can test simple components. And by simple components, I mean components that have no dynamic behavior. We just see them on the screen. And the objective of this lecture will be for us to understand how we can find elements in order to test them. For example, here I have a simple component, a simple post component, which receives some properties like the content of the post, the user who posted it, and optionally some likes by some other users. Lower down the line, we see what exactly is returned back. We return the user as h2, the content of the post, and if there are any likes, we return back a list of likes. We can see this component in the screen. I will show it inside the browser. This is the simple component. This is a component written by Alex, and he said the sky is blue. If, for example, inside this component, I'm inside the app right here, I will also add some likes by, maybe John and Mary. They like this post which I made that the sky is blue. Let me save this. And now inside the browser, this is how the component looks. Let's see how we can test this simple component. And as I said, the objective for us is to find out, using text test functionalities, how we can query or find out these divs or components in order to test them. So let me first create a new file, a test file, which by convention can have the same name as the component, but with test.tsx. And as before, as shown before, components or tests start with a describe and with a small text that says what exactly this test file is testing. I said it simple post test suite. And now we must understand what exactly we can test around here. Since there is no dynamic behavior, we can simply test that the properties that this component receives are rendered on the screen. And let's look at this. Let's write the first test. This is the name of the test, should be rendered in the document. This is what we can test. And let's break the tests into two categories. First of all, let's try to render this simple post without likes, and then we will test it if there are any likes. And as I said, first of all, we should test if the component is rendered on the screen. For this, we need some methods from React testing library. The render method will help us to render our component, and let me also import it, or I will just call right here render, and now we can simply import it from upstairs and render it. You can see that this component requires some properties, so let's save them before the rendering part. I saved this as constant, so we have some username and some content, and let's add them to the post. So now we are rendering the post. If we want to know exactly what we can test, there's a helper method from a React testing library, which is called debug, which is screen. And then we can call screen.debug. And let's see if the test is working until this point. npm test. And the test worked just fine because we didn't made any assertion. But as you can see here on the console, I see what exactly is rendered by our component. So if I will want to make queries or to find out elements inside this content, I can use this helper method, the debug method, to see what exactly is rendered by React. I will comment this out. We don't need it anymore. But right now, as I said, the main objective, let me quit this, the main objective is to find out this component, or maybe the other component, this div component, the main div component. And there are multiple ways in which we can query our screen for our component. One of the most strong ones is querying by test IDs. And in order to make these queries, we should give a data test ID to our element. So I will add a data test ID to our main div inside our function, And I've added this data test ID attribute, and this I've called post container. Now if I will move inside the test, we can query by this test ID using the screen and the method get by test ID. If the test ID is not found, this method will throw an error. And now we have the option to start to make assertions with this post container. I can, for example, make an expectation, or I can call the expect, and we expect that our post container, we expect it to be in the document. We want this to be rendered. Let me save this and let's run the test. Let's see. Yes, the test is green. That's great. So first of all, we saw this query get by test ID. There are other ways in which we can query, for example, by role. And inside our component, we can query by this H2 or heading. We want our heading to be our user. So inside the test, we can make a query. We can call screen get by role. And here, if I use TypeScript, you will see we can implement almost any type of HTML component, you know, like a document, like a div, like an article. Our component is a heading. And we expect our user to be in the document, just as we did before. We expect it to be in the document, but we can take things to the next level. We can expect this user to have the text Alex. You know, this is what we implemented. We have the assertion to be, but this wouldn't be correct since we are testing an HTML element. If I hover over with the mouse over this user, you see this is an HTML element. So the proper way to test its text is to have text content, and our text content should be some user name. Let me save this and see if everything is green. Yes, everything is green. The same can be done also with our paragraph, the exact same thing. Let's also test the paragraph. Let me save this. Here I'm saving this post content, and this time we are getting by role paragraph. Again, everything is green. And if we look at this simple post without any likes, it shouldn't have any likes. So we can make another check, for example, another query. We want to query by role and we want to query by a list. So remember, we expect we don't have any list inside our simple post since we didn't provide anyone. Now this likes list should be non-existent or should not be in the document. This time we can make the query expect our likes list. We have the modifier or the matcher not. We can say not to be in the document. Let's see if this is working. Yes, the screen is green, so everything works as it should. So everything works just fine. Let's now create another test, but this time a test with some likes. And since I'm lazy, in the world of unit tests, there are lots of copy-paste. There's no problem in this. It should be rendered in a document with likes this time. And let's say right here, const some likes, and this should be a string array. We want some likes from Alex and Mary, and let's also add this likes by our some likes. And the main difference at this point would be that our likes list now should be in the document. We already tested this upstairs, but what we didn't test it, since all these other components are tested upstairs, we don't really need these components. But what we need the other component. So we need this inside the test, we need this div. We need to find this div. We could also only search for the UL, but I think a better approach would be to add a data test ID also to this div. So this should be a likes container. Let's give it a data test ID as likes container. Let's query it inside the component, inside the test. So we have the likes container. Let's see if this is working. As I said before, if this wouldn't be found at this point, the test will throw an error, but now it is still green. And what is our objective? let's look at the screen. Our objective would be that inside this likes by div, for us to find these entries for the UL, the John and the Mary entries. And how we can find these? We have an option that inside the likes container to search for something. And in order to search for something inside another container, we have the method within from React testing library. So we have the option to call, we can save these likes, we can use the within. So we want within the likes container to get all by role, and the role should be a list item, since these are list items. Alright, and now we can make an expectation or make some assertions based on these likes. For example, since this should be an array, it should have a length. So I can say expect our likes to have length, and we expect it to have 2 entries. Yes, the test is green, that's very nice. We can make assertions directly inside the array elements. For example, we have the option to access the array elements, and we expect that the first element should have the text contact Alice and the next one Mary. Alex and Mary. Let's save this and see what we get. Yes, everything is green. Oh yes, even the test will give us a warning because each child in a list should have a unique key property. Yes, in order to fix this, I can simply make this, give a key to the element. I will give it a key like this. And now we have no warnings inside our test. That's very nice. So we saw in this lecture how we can test simple components. In the next lecture, we will see how we can test hooks, and then we will add some dynamic behavior to this post component, and we will see how we can test dynamic content.